Why is it always some old black and white boy telling us young fellas that we ain't relevant in a world that embellishes like a relative content from these elements? You call them stars, I call them settlements, cause they didn't settle for settlements built on a steady sediment. Ashes from the already crashed and burned dust from past residents. So I can feel it in my bones, I'm feeling in the zone. More when I'm on the way, but the same when I'm feeling home. So I'm comfortable, I know you are too. Me and Powers R1D2, Star Wars Harvest Moon feastful. But please don't come peaceful, but kill that noise if it's at all equal. I tell you what, man, let's make it equal. So I can show you the math, but I don't do sequels. Instead, I'ma use physics to determine how we move. Use ethics to perspective our objective. Because our efforts to fulfill our destinies, the universe expected. So we gotta fight back, take the night back, take our life back. Our efforts must be twice that of our enemies.
Hey y'all, what you doing? What's going on? What's cracking?
What's good?
Another Squadcast podcast show coming at you again. You better make sure you're subscribed. If you're not, it's a problem.
You heard what
It's
she
a
said.
big problem.
Big
I'm gonna send the goons out
You want trouble,
to come
trouble.
get y'all. So please subscribe, put the notifications on, and everything like that. Shout out to our Junkyard Gang.
Make sure y'all subscribe to their channel, All
News
Glass
and
No
Bros.
Breaks. They just dropped a
that
new
good
short little video that I saw that was pretty funny. So shout out to Chef and the King of the Shorts and all the Squadcast members that's out doing their thing. There's so many of us now. I'm not about to go through the list. Just support each other. We'll keep doing that. And yeah, BJ for sure. Follow Noobs and Pros. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Where we want to start?
Hold on. I gotta say this first. I whooped ass over the weekend. Smoked Young Buddha.
Okay.
Even after the battle, he
What
shook up with me and admitted that I got that one.
Y'all better check the
Some people call it a 2-1. I call it a 30 piece of work myself. But whatever, as long as
When
we get
you
the W,
win.
as long as we get the W, I got him the fuck up out of there like I told him I was. And we did the face off. Shout out my man, Young Buddha. You know, this ain't nothing new. We do this. You say you watch my podcast, so you gonna see this. Because he definitely rapped about it in the back. So I know you are. So thank you for the views too.
Thank you.
I smoked you.
Yeah,
I got shout out to Sunday. Shout out Mel, man. I'm gonna see you Sunday in Atlanta.
I spoke it into existence.
She did.
So when Atlanta comes, y'all already know what's gonna happen. I ain't gonna lay that on the table.
And I got my round Mirage too. It's over.
Ooh, he's coming with
It's over.
the back to
I'm
back.
working on short notice. You know what I'm saying? Week to week.
All right, how you doing today? How's your Thursday?
It's good. You know what I'm saying? I'm great. Excited for what we got coming up. You know what I'm saying? I want to skip the preambles and just get to it.
And we're gonna end this show and get to business.
I like your nails too, by the way.
Thank you. Shout out to Yen.
Look at her.
Yeah.
Shout out to my nail tech. You in trouble.
No, I always read it wrong. I don't know where I got Yandy from because there's no N in there, and I apologize because I said it at her house. Yadi Lopez on Facebook. Go check her out. Go subscribe. Whatever she got coming your way. With the nail, she be cooking. I don't know what it's called, but it's that big old fish, the actual fish with the eyes and
I don't
stuff.
know about that.
She be cooking that with the rice and stuff. I don't either, but shout out to all the people who do. Go hit her up. She be selling dinners. So
Yeah, go support that. You know what I'm
what you
saying?
got coming up? You got something coming up? I see you got your hair did. I don't know who you think you is.
Well, I can't get my wig.
No.
Oh, now, sister girl, get it together. Let's get to the topic at hand. Go.
He's ready. Look, ready.
He's ready to hold back. He don't say what's on his mind.
We talking about?
Oh, you know what we talking about.
So
He should go ahead and get into it.
I seen a post, so I think we should start there first, and then we can go to the next topic. I seen a post basically stating, I don't know verbatim word for word what it said, but basically it was basically saying, in my eyes, if you work, you a good woman, you do everything in your power, you still got to do everything around the house. So, cook, clean,
You ain't
make
get
sure
no
the kids
pass.
is in bed, washing the babies up,
Oh,
all
my
this stuff.
goodness.
So I just want to come out clean for my people on my side. That's
Uh-oh.
not the toxic, not the crazy,
Uh-oh.
the lazy. I can be sometimes. But
Okay.
Keisha works. My man works. We can agree to disagree, or we can agree and come up with some, some days of the week planning things out. You got this day, we got that way, but ain't no just.
You designated duty. You say ain't none of that. Okay. I can co-sign. Like for me, I feel like it's not supposed to be just a female doing all the work. Like that's kind of like hella sexy.
Or the man
Or
working
women,
all that.
not just the
hours.
men, but
I mean, if you do want to.
just to say like the woman is supposed to do all the cooking and cleaning, that's pretty fucked up. I mean, I'm a man, I like to cook. I don't expect the woman to do all the cooking, you know what I'm saying? And clean up for that matter too. So that's kind of sexist. I don't agree with that. It's too much time has passed. That's like old 60s and 50s time frame. We in like the
No, that's when the
2020s,
women
you know
didn't
what I'm
have
saying?
rights and had to stay in the house.
I'm gonna get to that part too. But yeah, you got that. You know, but that's just my take
Look,
on that
he's
part. What
ready.
you got, bro?
Spit it out.
I just want to say,
He just gonna say.
with all due respect,
Subscribe to the channel.
this is right.
He's talking about you other people.
Do I agree that the woman should do everything? No. I think that's blasphemy. I think if any man or brother that we're talking about just our community, need to get their shit together and grow the fuck up. Because there's no way in hell that you can expect a woman who's working, taking care of your kids, trying to be everything that she can be as a woman on her own, and still lead the household, because the woman, in retrospect, kind of leads the household. I'm just gonna keep it real.
You know when they say the man wears the pants.
But I do think there are certain things that maybe a woman shouldn't do if the man is in the home.
Okay.
Like, I don't think the woman should have to take the trash out. That's the man's thing. I don't think they should have to do any like yard work unless they into being a green thumb and stuff like that. I don't think they should be having to work on cars and stuff like that. Because I mean, if the man knows how to change oil, brakes, and all that other stuff,
I be holding the umbrella.
you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Change brakes and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna pay somebody else to do it. And I'm far from lazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't agree with that. But I can see how some people would think that way. Maybe they've been trained and conditioned that way from those, generations before them. You know what I'm saying? That tell them that this is what their, expectation should be. And I don't think that's necessarily right. I think they're steering them in definitely the wrong direction. I don't think they will ever be able to cultivate a long-lasting relationship, if that's what they want, with that type of mentality.
Well, like they say, cheating is a rich man's sport.
I ain't never heard that, but I like it.
Not all cheaters are rich. But they say cheating is a rich man's sport, meaning that he rich, he got money, he can provide for everybody, shut your mouth.
All I know is I heard you're supposed to cheat up, not down.
But again, like with a certain man, like if that's your MO, you want everyone to clean the house, whatever, however you was brought up in your aspect, that's okay. Because if you told her up front, this is what I like,
Right.
this is what I want, then you
prepared her for
agree.
that.
You agree.
Right.
That's what
She
you wanted
wanted
to
to
come
accept that, then,
So-
then that's what she should
There-
be bracing herself for.
is the difference
You know what I'm saying?
between
Going from there.
knowing what you're coming into and then, people switching up.
You
Like,
can
oh,
do that, play it by all means, go
But-
ahead, but not on my watch. We both gonna be working.
that's
hard.
what I'm saying. So I'm saying it, like I say, you gotta pay what you weigh. Like if that's what you want, that you gotta pay for that.
Church.
I got you. I can dig it.
Just like man want little extra activities, longer activities, whatever type of things, I don't know, role play, go outside down the street real quick, put your trench coat on, come in, whatever, whatever you want to do. We can agree to do some things, you know what I'm saying?
But what about the other side of it? How the women have such outrageous standards and requirements, wants and needs of the man. Because I did a little rant on this months ago
Yes.
and put it on the channel when I was just at home doing some stuff. And I expressed how I felt.
If
Make sure y'all subscribe
that's
to
the
channel.
girl you aiming for.
No, this ain't aiming for it. This is the mindset. We just talking about it. Ain't crazy now. We just talking about it.
I was gonna say, and like the same thing with men, if that's what he portrayed when he's talking to you and he lets you know that's how I get down, that's how I want it, blah blah blah. Same with a woman. But nowadays, let's get into that.
Get it.
Nowadays, I am not one of those women. I can't stand those women. You are who you are, to each his own. You'll be where you at, still where you at. But y'all ask for too much. Y'all want too much without even
Bringing shit to
the
the table.
pot, the piss, or the window to throw it out of, and expect the man to come fully equipped with a car, crib,
Yeah.
bills, and paying your rent and
Y'all
taking
want
care
the
of
bag, y'all want the
Weed.
kids taken care of, y'all want bottles, y'all want loud, y'all want
trips,
vacations,
trips.
y'all want shopping sprees. He gotta fuck y'all on hours and chains, be able to give good head, all this type of shit.
This
And
shit-
I'm just feeling like,
This shit is tiresome.
and I'm just like, can you have some Chris, that's kid? Can you cook?
That's all I'm saying. I get some thick grits.
I don't understand it.
You didn't let this tell the squad that on us.
I know.
Still, it's all
But
about
yeah,
you.
y'all be doing a little too extra. I mean, if you are equipped with everything in your aspect and you're looking for a man to the equivalent
I
of
ain't taking care of nobody.
what
Don't
you
look at me.
have
I
for
ain't
y'all to be
I
a
got
team, then that's something
Exactly.
totally
Supposed to be a
different from you just expecting top level wifey ring status at 2 days of talking to each other. Y'all want to move people in at 3
Don't even know
days.
this motherfucker. Don't even know him.
Tell the kid that's his daddy. Like,
No
y'all just
clue.
be doing all types of retarded, mentally challenged things, and y'all showing y'all's kids this, and it's just gonna be a domino effect that y'all need to put a stop to quick fast, because I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all
That's been amazing though. Like
it's
I
like
look at my social media and shit,
it's the
and
internet.
I just be looking, and I be like, I know some of these people, and I be like, I know good goddamn well
They
you
got
ain't
no
on here talking this reckless,
No Lamborghini.
and you ain't even got your life together at all. Like, man, I ain't about to call nobody names, y'all. I ain't that type of person to do that. But y'all know who y'all are. I know you. Don't be sitting here trying to play that image and be wanting everything in the world, and you can't even, like, nah, we ain't, hell no. That sugar daddy shit y'all looking for, that shit dead.
And let's
Like, I don't know what y'all talking about.
be clear, those of us up here, if we are in relationships, we ain't speaking on our behalf, and we're not saying that ours is more perfect than yours, but at the same
Nobody-
time,
Nobody-
we're just saying,
Nobody-
speaking on the things that we see, we're giving our opinion, not necessarily judging, but kind of in.
I think y'all
ridiculous because
I'm
it's
not-
public. It's public.
That's your business, but
Uh,
I feel like no relationship is perfect.
If you ain't got
Exactly.
nobody to tell you different, then who do you have at all? But
It just be the first thing that comes to a woman, like, what do you bring to the table? And I'm like, damn, bitch, what did you bring to the table? Like, are you, is it you just a CNA? Are you, is that the new thing?
don't even
You
do that.
like, yo,
Manager at Family Dollar.
oh, God, yo,
Manager at
it's killing
Family
me.
Dollar. No
Like,
disrespect to the managers at Family Dollar. 'cause
yeah, I mean, I ain't knocking it, man, but yo,
Yeah.
I say everybody got a job. A job is a job. But don't sit here and knock the brother because he ain't at a certain level, because you ain't there either. That just makes it like you want him to take care of you. And I hate that mentality.
And in all honesty, a real woman wants a man to be there, to pick up the slack just like a man, but we could do everything 100% on our own with or without a man. So
Didn't Beyonce teach y'all? They went from I Need a Thug or wherever that song was, and then they bossed up to the independent. You know what I'm saying? They should have taught y'all better than that.
I mean, yeah, if you can't hold yourself down before you go looking for someone, then you don't need to step outside the dating level, because you need to get yourself together.
I seen something where it said
Because
if
it's
he
only
give
gonna
you,
put you further down. Because then if a man do deal with you and he's taking care of you, he can take all of that away.
I seen something where they said, and this came from a woman, said, if he give you $200 to go get your nails and feet done, then he broke and don't talk to him. How much that shit cost?
It's come up with these millions.
No,
Like, it really
No,
$100.
it's
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
not. Who said I wouldn't even say that. Depending on if you get some basic stuff, you get in the color, you get in French manicure, your toe pedicures, I would say maybe it was a pedicure.
Manny
But 80 to 90 to 100.
I guess they getting all the jewels
But they're
and
getting
shit.
all the jewels and designs and extra names and big ass candies.
For
And
what? So
all
y'all-
that stuff
so y'all
is
talk
gonna
like
get
this?
knocked off and want them way out here. So it's gonna cost more for
Man.
booty diggers. And you know what I'm saying? No offense, they be cute, but I couldn't do that. I'm struggling kind of with these.
And I ain't trying to beat up on women. Because I know brothers got fucked up ways too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want y'all to be porn stars and all type of shit. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
deep throat for no
Yeah,
reason.
just all that extra shit. And I mean, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, it just seems like,
Yeah, can't hang.
oh my God.
Threesomes.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that. She said it's been one thing, so
She said you can't.
I never said that.
so you let your woman bring it back.
If I'm able to bring another female to the party,
Okay, I feel you.
I mean,
That's my first.
that could be a self.
Hey,
Don't be stingy.
hey, like, don't say it the other way either, because back in y'all's time, y'all
Again, though, it do depends on what you do. Because if I'm not in there and I'm just like maybe get some head or something, then he can't be there. Good shit.
when it comes to a threesome,
Okay.
I would say when y'all agree to do something with someone, everything's open to whatever extent. Unless y'all like, yeah, you ain't doing that, bitch, you ain't doing it. So what's the point of even doing anything?
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm
Better have some
saying
rules and guidelines for this shit. Just ain't gonna be all fucking all
you have a whole chance to mess with a whole woman in front of your woman. You
I'm
better
just
get
saying.
down and do what she ain't never
I'm
had.
gonna tell you, from the conversations I've had with people who actually done it, they said the only way you can fuck up is if you just be into that other person that whole time. If you don't incorporate
Yo, lady.
the mate,
How do you
Then she gonna
know
look
it's
at you.
a
he
threesome?
or she,
Are y'all taking turns?
what I'm saying is like,
I mean,
He's more
usually
engaged
when
with
I
her.
see
right,
when I see
Thank
porn and there's 3 people, not saying just 2 men or 2 women, whatever. Motherfuckers be this end, that end. We all having a party. You gotta switch. So if somebody's sitting down, like, oh, I want to watch for a second, and then you get mad.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is what the voice behind the camera
Right.
said. Maybe that particular individual may kiss her a lot more than his mate.
He
May
trying
stuff
to
on some
please a
titties a
woman
lot
that he
more
don't
than.
see every day. He got
I
to live
get
up to them
But
standards.
that's a form of jealousy that could heat up in a woman because she's already bending the rules by letting you do it anyway.
Okay,
So then now when you're not even really fucking with me like that, I can see where that could be a problem. So that's why you gotta.
I can understand that in a way, but me myself, if I was, I forgot where it goes. Me myself, like I say time and time again, if you are not bisexual, like you've never been with a woman without a man, you don't know what's going on with a woman, and you can't just have a threesome with your man and you jealous, you're insecure, and you're just doing it for him. Because yes, you're gonna be sitting there like, oh hell no, he never told me that way. If you are into women, or you like women, or you're willing to go as far as whatever, you're not the jealous type because you want this just like this person wants it, then there's no. Because I'm gonna be like, hey, you better smack, boy, you better.
But what if he's doing that with her or whatever?
You gotta
Because maybe he can't do that with her, the main shit. So now he wants to do whatever he wants to do that he can't do with her.
You better make sure next
I
time
mean,
you better get it together. You better, this is your practice, it's your trial. You show me new tricks, okay, but that next week in our session, you better put me up. You both see this, but I mean, but you would still, I mean, I would address afterwards. I wouldn't just wreck shop like.
But see, that's you though. A lot of people
Like I'm saying, you have to want it just like he wanted. Like you can't just.
drunk.
Gotta get
I
yourself
really don't
focused.
want to do this.
You should automatically be
So that
focused.
when you're on the field, you're drunk, you know, your emotions.
When you have, from a woman's
It
perspective,
has to be a woman that woman, neither one of y'all
but
know.
what if he wants it and she don't want it, and he keeps like not saying keep it, but he'll bring it up,
Then it shouldn't happen.
and it shouldn't
It
happen.
shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Just disregard how he feels and maybe what he wants.
I mean,
You just dated. You just
You just say not right now, but I am willing to be open in the future.
and then
Fucking wait fucking forever. Fucking
she didn't say
you don't have to go through a relationship.
The
Keep
cartoon,
asking 10 hours later. If you get with a girl, like they say, everything that you come equipped with, that you want, your needs, your mental health, everything, lay that on the table. Look, I ain't never had threesome. I like that. I was with this girl. We had threesomes. If that's not your MO, I don't.
But then you do have some who feel like he be putting it down, so she ain't trying to share that shit with nobody. You know what I'm saying?
But the crazy thing is, with this person, she has threesomes, but it's with other men. Like her and her fiance do other men, and it'd be their friends, and it'd be crazy. But she won't have a threesome with a woman. I have to sit down and talk to her. Like, okay, but what if he wants one? Like, you're getting all your enjoyment, fulfillment out of both of these men. Like, what if he wants you? I was like, you just might have to take a trip somewhere. You don't know this girl, and you never seen her before, and y'all do. She was like, I might have to think about that, but it might have to be like a year because I'm insecure that he cheated on me. Y'all sleeping with people they're cheating on. Like, what are you talking about?
And more confusion.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what I be talking about. Y'all motherfuckers reasoning. I've been saying that shit for years. Y'all better get y'all shit together because y'all logic don't be making no sense. My man can't get a woman, you two-stroking.
You got two.
Now that's where I have the man. I'm like, look, all these little regular things keep coming up in this thing. I need to see some other lips because this is.
I'll be like, yo, I can't even go no more.
Grab it.
Now, I done let so many third parties and run up in here. It takes me out to go out of town to catch some action.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's insecure woman to satisfy.
But you can't be that insecure.
I said, I'm yelling me.
You yell too.
Subscribe to my channel.
You just went 3 times, brother.
So,
I know it's a tight subject.
Fuck
It's
that.
okay.
Fucking time food.
But-
That's that same shit I was talking about right there.
But that's why I said I had said. Like, if she gives me the opportunity to be with a woman, and whatever I do with that woman, and if she wants to bring a man,
But I'm
into that, then
your threesome typically would be, I'm finna sit back, babe, look at this, I'm finna go in. Or she on the bed, she entertaining, she licking nipples, she's doing the gay shit.
I would have to say she ain't doing the gay shit.
So what's the point?
That's what I said. Like, maybe if he wants it, but she just concedes and really don't want it just to make him happy, and then it don't really turn out good.
Yeah, yeah. If that happens, you better not go along. If she say yeah, you better not, because you gonna die in that room. But I'm saying, not with your woman. I'm just saying, you gonna have a threesome. Is it? Look, babe, say that. I'm gonna do this real quick, and I'm gonna do you. Or are we all?
If it's me,
You.
Hey, this is me,
You.
Larry Foote Jr. King of the Hut, all that shit, right? If it's me and I got 2 women, I'm going in. I'm doing the most. The most. You only live once. I'm trying to get
It shouldn't be no rules or anything. It should
It
be
should.
y'all
If you say YOLO, we only live once, girl. You gonna cry tonight. Turn this thing out. You better get up on. You better sit right close to me.
On a personal perspective, because this is a podcast,
Yes.
and I would not be real if I did not keep it real.
Right.
I was told because she was so uncomfortable with it that I could go out on my own and have sex engagement.
And she's
Now, I don't know how. I don't know if she's just saying that to be saying that or whatever the case may be, but she had said that to me before. I never did it and embarked on it or whatever the case may be. 'Cause I like said,
Do you come back and tell her, like, babe, this is where I just went, or do you tell her, babe, I'm gonna go out and do this thing?
but see, that's different. If I go out and say,
To the mood I'm in, you said, what? Today? We're mad.
I don't know if that's something that I could ever just come out and say it happened, but if somehow it does come out, like, well, you said I could, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can't be mad. I mean, I've asked you, I presented it to you so many different ways, and you just really ain't a willing participant because of just how you are and what you're willing to do and what not willing to do. So she says, for me, well, just go out, go do your own, whatever the case may be. Now, like I said,
That was like serious, like
uh,
cool tone.
that wasn't in the argumentative. We wasn't arguing. It was just conversation. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's not something that I went ahead and did. But I just never really had somebody to say, well, I don't want to do it, but you go out there and just do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's weird to me.
Like sometimes I mean, I'm being funny, but sometimes I'm serious. You know, when you're in a bar, you about to start selling. I need some money. If they try to holler at you, go sell it. That's your only way. Because they put you on some sugar mamas, the older ladies with the bag, if that's what you need. You can flip them, you can have three or quadruple some with them, as long as they got that card, max it out.
Shit, I ran
But-
and paid about 6 months.
I don't know, like, I could say, like, if, on my behalf, if with your situation, I would probably tell him, like, if you're gonna go out of town and enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's not home. That's like, if I could say,
Right.
you go out and do you, how I know you ain't always going out to do you with someone I don't even know you did it with.
I get it.
Or
but-
if you even gonna come tell me that you did it.
yeah.
If I told you to come tell me, because if I shoot you out, I'm like, yeah, come back, tell me how it was, what y'all did, not exactly what y'all did, but did you like it? Did you have fun? Did you miss me? Did you say my name? Did you call her my name?
Like I said, I couldn't even give that report. I just be like, if she ever asked me that it happened, and if it did happen, I was
Do you want to know the answer?
long time ago. What you mean long time ago?
Well, you said
It don't mean you know what I'm saying? You know, man.
that would be the best answer versus present or 3 days ago. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I don't think I could be like, yeah, you go do you. But I have had a thought in my mind, because I'm a little weird, but I thought to myself that once I get, like, you know, bachelorette party, live your best life. I ain't saying too much of hangover, but live your best life. Don't go get lost. But live your best life. This is your last time a free man, if that's what you choose
Why
to
do
do.
we call it that? Just going to jail? I mean, it should be like, you know, this is the most happiest times that I'm going to enjoy.
But why? I'm gonna keep it real with you. You can do your research, you can Google it, whatever the case may be. One of the top 3 reasons why marriages, relationships fail, number 1, finances, number 2, sex. Because it goes down. And especially if you have kids. You know what I'm saying? And people always say, oh, I can't wait to get married because I can fuck here, fuck there, fuck there.
No, you can't.
That's
That's a
not
lie.
that way. It is. That's a lie.
That's why they told you, get married.
Oh, you.
Get married. Then have kids.
You be the exception then. Because Most of the time, if you get married, the way we are now, you probably already got kids going in. You probably got kids together going in, or somebody got kids going in.
Mhm.
So it's just like that whole perception of outside of her, of just fucking here, fucking there, 2 times a day, whatever, once in the morning, you got your own. That shit is cap. That shit is not cap. And that's just one of the many fallacies that they try to disregard in regards to marriage and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to be very fucking patient, you know what I'm saying, to go from, because when you boyfriend and girlfriend, I'm being real, you fuck way more than when you married. I'm just being real. That's a fact. You want to argue, you can argue, debate. I'll put my number in the description box.
I don't want to get married.
Well, I don't want to be like Al Bundy.
You don't want it, but she do.
And you'd be divorced. No, you gonna find a whole bunch of men. You gonna find a whole bunch of men running out the closet.
I gotta
I think like you go up, I'll be 95.
whatever you want to call it, but if I don't get it, I'm not happy. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Attitudes.
I'll be pissed, like, and then you try to get to the next day, I might say my back hurt. I might say my stomach hurt. I'm really that petty.
Get the rubbing.
It's coming out on camera today.
Me too.
I can't.
Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah, I don't feel good.
I mean, I do understand, yes, you work, blah, 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 but go sleep, just keep it up. I can maintain.
I'll let you sleep for 2 hours.
But, so taking off that subject, don't want to be, talked about, you know, because it's gonna change. But what's y'all's perspective on when the wife cooks, who eats first?
Me personally,
And kids.
the kids come first. The kids come first, and then I would say even her, not even me, because I'm fully capable of making my own plate. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So if she spends all that time cooking, you make sure the kids eat and they get enough. You make sure you eat and you get enough, and then I come in and just get whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am.
Yeah, pretty much co-sign. I don't really trip about me getting the plate first. Be like, oh, it's in order. Get
But
it.
that's how old school was though.
And
Like your grandma, my
It's right.
grandma, and shit like that. That's how they used to be.
you right. The
So
original
glass
old
plate
school,
versus
so
paper plate.
Oh, we
eating pretty is good.
It depends on what. Like if it's a steak, if it's not cut up, you know, yeah, glass plate. I don't care. Or him just himself,
Yeah, we're
because
talking
everybody else
about
got paper plates and stuff like that. But
I don't use paper plates at barbecues and events shit like that. If I'm at home, I'm using real fucking plates. I'm sorry. I come from the paper plate shit, not because by choice, it's because we was poor as shit. I'm not poor as shit no more. I don't want to. I'm not going back to that. You know what I'm saying? So we eating on real shit.
Can't co-sign.
I'm still
I'm still bad.
it don't matter. If there ain't none,
Yeah, we gonna put out them damn plates.
Yes, sir. Now I ain't gotta go find China. I'm breaking out on the holidays and everything. You know, real plates and shit. I can't afford no fine China.
I wouldn't even buy it. You can go ask you can get something.
Oh man, his level was ridiculous. You know how much you want for just one of them chairs? Shit.
Antique.
I heard him walking in, he talking about how he just shipped the chair to Chicago for like $3,500 they paid for one chair.
It's old school chair.
Man, the retro.
In on his own.
The
Okay,
retro.
so
Wait a minute, did you answer the question? Are you serving your man's or the kids? Like what
Yeah.
what do you
yeah.
do?
kids. No, the kids always eat first.
There we go.
It don't matter if I'm cooking, he make the plate, I make the plate. He cooking, he make the plate, I make the plate. The kids always eat first. I usually can make my own plate. I don't really give a hell what. And then with him, if I do cook, he's gonna make his own plate because he's very picky and he got to add all his extra cholesterol and you know all the good stuff. So he prefers to do it himself.
I mean,
If it's
I'm
something-
picky to a degree because I'm on the health pick. So there's a certain shit I eat and certain shit I don't like. Like pork chops and pork steaks and all that shit get made. I'm out. I don't
So like,
I gotta look for another alternative.
like breakfast, like I could do that. Just make sure I bring the salt and the pepper, or, you know, every ingredient he's gonna use, but I'll bring the plate. Or like pot roast or something like that, something simple like. But he's a fake lactose, so he don't like milk. He don't like macaroni
He ain't
shells.
never-
He eats the macaroni shells, but he's a craftsman.
He should try almond milk.
He don't like
That-
sour cream,
that-
fettuccine. You know, like nothing white, nothing
Fettuccine,
green,
Alfredo,
nothing
you don't fuck with
nothing
Alfredo.
creamy,
That's
unless
my
it's your,
favorite.
he likes your chicken dip, and that's cheese and sour. Well,
Yeah.
kind of cream cheese.
Kind of weird that you say that now. He loves the dip, but
You
Well,
won't
like I
try
said.
anything
I
else.
mean, there's one time I put a couple of cheese in the macaroni. I was like, "What you like?" I was like, "Oh, some cheese in it." He's like, so I think it's just his
Never-
mentality. It's his mentality. Like he don't care. He likes nacho cheese and stuff. But yeah, he's weird. He takes cheese off pizza and all types of stuff.
my daughter, well, she don't take the cheese off either, but she can take the pepperoni and shit off and eat
The
the
cheese.
cheese and shit. Yeah. Like my kids is weird. Like they the most pickiest eaters ever. Like my daughter would eat the school chili, but wouldn't eat her mom's chili. And I had to call her out, like, what are you doing? Like you won't eat your mom's chili, but you eat the school shit that's way bland and all this other shit.
Fake meat.
Now she, you know, now she with the, you know, the program and shit like that. I got to call these little people out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
My kids is finicky pickers and finicky eaters. They just,
All right. So, Brother Black,
What's the word?
you tell us your.
I heard much from you on your wifey Kimmy, Kobe Kimmy.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Tell us how you and Kim Reynolds' relationship, like how y'all the perfect relationship.
We ain't got no fucking relationship.
Do y'all
What
role
they need to
play?
do is, hey, don't fucking mention Kim right now. Talking about this damn, what they did to the brother. They fucking discriminated against him.
Oh, here we
On the
go.
hair side of the game, because here we go.
I'm saying you know as you bringing it up, brother. Don't get your pounds in the
The profile.
Thank you.
My brother was trying to get his
He's mad.
get his shit together, get his CDLs, and my brother got kicked out of fucking school because of his dreads.
What school was he at, brother?
See, don't make me lie.
He said it would be
I was about to say it wrong. I got the story right. Okay.
Hold on. You only get the exclusives from Brother Black.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Right.
That girl can sing.
And hit the like button, please. Help the algorithm.
So, brother was at, you know, I don't even want to shout them out with their raggedy asses.
Mhm.
TMC Transportation, they cut him because of his dreadlocks, basically.
Mm.
Just because we couldn't get that crown out.
I mean, have you seen that before, though? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
all the way some years ago with that kid that was
The high
wrestling in the high school
Well, that's
wrestling.
not football.
No, he was a high school wrestler. And they made him cut him. He made a state tournament. They made him cut his dreads off, or they said you got to cut your dreads off or you can't compete. And this is his first time making it to state. So they took some scissors, he cut his shit, kicked ass or whatever. But that referee or whatever got investigated, and he was known to do racist shit and all this other shit, and they got him the fuck up out of there. But I just say that to say that type of shit happens. It ain't,
I'm sure
whether it's license or sports related or
recent
whatever.
the gymnastic girl seen something stating that she ain't getting her basically her credit
Sport.
for her being
Yeah,
as good as
fucked
she is, better than everybody
Who?
else.
Also, about she's
They
the
basically-
But they ain't trying to give her that. They trying to
say Mary Lou Retton
They're
still.
trying to sell
No,
it,
she
basically.
is, but
But being
basically,
so much
being
of a-
black,
Yeah,
that she can't go above and beyond and make everybody else below.
I don't know who said that, and I want to do the research to figure out who said that. But
I just said that too.
Yeah.
the people who I watched the Olympic trials and all that. I'm a sports guy, and I got to see her, and everyone that was a part of that just raved about how great she was. And for me, considering that it was predominantly European Anglo-Saxon panel, I was surprised that they did give her props. and call her the GOAT of gymnastics over the Mary Lou Rettons, over the Dominique Dawes and all the former greats. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Because she is.
Because she has done a lot of stuff
Listen,
that
listen
a lot
to
of
this.
men can't.
Yeah.
This is
So-
heartbreaking in the Black community, just
Basically,
overall.
what they're saying is that this move that she just added, Yurchenko double pike vault, to a routine this year, and I guess she's been fucking them up with it because nobody can do it.
Yeah.
They're stating that it's very dangerous vault, and they want to discourage other gymnasts from attempting by penalizing Simone for doing it. It's a bunch of bullshit. So you tell me because they can't do what she can do, that she's getting penalized for
And
it?
if they attempt,
she's
if
doing
they
it
attempt to
more.
try to do what she do, they would end up hurting themselves. Like,
Well,
I'm a trendsetter. I
What the
said,
fuck did that have to do with her?
if it was a white woman, she'd have been
She's
above
the
all the
greatest.
black ladies. I'm
What was the Sean Johnson? If she was Sean Johnson, it wouldn't even be an issue.
But she passed
Because it's
Johnson.
like they wasn't giving Gabby Douglas all that crap when she was in the Olympics. All they talked about was her hair, which I didn't appreciate that either.
They probably still would.
But you know what I'm saying? But she was great at that time. Like at that time, there was no Simone
But
Biles.
they said
She was
this
it.
girl is over.
she like
She's
over. She does
she's
way
good for herself. Like, she probably got. No, it's fine. But yeah, she's just too good for her own good that they ain't trying to give her the credit. But she ain't smoked no weed. She ain't inject nothing.
That's terrible.
Y'all playing.
And I think that's discouraging to all the younger females of color that's coming up
That's
that
what they
wants to
Want
be
to
a
shut y'all
gymnast.
trains
They
down.
want to shut them down because they know that in retrospect,
Never be
we
above
run all sports.
white man.
From gymnastics to track, football, basketball, baseball, there's someone of color who pretty much owns it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be male or female. And it's sad that they keep trying to perpetuate these images when in retrospect they wish they were just as good as us or maybe even better. And they work their ass off and they can't even get half of what we have.
I remember in high school I had a track meet and I killed it pretty much for Dutch. And
Shout out to Dodge.
they stopped the whole track meet to check my spikes.
That's crazy.
You don't see these long spider legs?
That's
And
crazy.
we all get the same information, all schools get, of what size spikes we're supposed to have. And my spikes were so, they would hold on to my medals. And then once they investigated, I got my medals back. Because I won, killed every event.
That
Why
happened in
did I want you to
basketball.
be great?
That happened in
So
basketball.
it's going, it's not just happening to Simone, it happens to everybody.
Black athlete.
That happened to me in basketball. We went out to some little white tournament. I was killing them. Because, you know, the European Anglo-Saxons ain't hold me back. I was killing them. And then all of a sudden the parents were like, how old is he? He's tall. Yeah. He shouldn't be on the team. Look how high he's jumping over these guys. And I'm just like,
I practiced.
yeah, my people's like, he's 12, 13. What are y'all talking about?
But if it was
You know what I'm saying? We at the Nike tournament. You know what I'm saying? In Chicago, killing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? That shit was crazy.
That's a shame that a black mother has to carry their child's birth certificate everywhere they go to each tournament because they can't believe how big they are or how talented they are. Because there's plenty of times I had to do that for saving.
I believe it. Cause I be when I used to go to my kids' events and all that, I be hearing parents about, you see how big that kid? I wonder how old that kid is. I don't think he should be playing. And then if it's football, what's the weight limit?
The people that you heard saying that, to be reporting to them, they probably was them other athletes' parents.
So like, this nigga look about 30.
Yeah,
She's embarrassing our babies.
we're gonna have to bump your son up to the net because the weight limit for his age, it's just he's too dominant. And I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
So you have to play with the big kids?
For me,
Yeah.
no, I put my age bracket. I can't help it. I was great.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I can't. Like, they can't let a nigga do with that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let nobody tell you how to be great. If they try to stop you, you keep going.
Right.
Your name will get out there. Trust and believe in me. Don't let nobody.
Especially in today's social media era, where it's so much easier to blow up now because we didn't have that shit when we was coming up as athletes. Like if I would have had YouTube or
Yeah.
Facebook or anything like the half of the shit that we have, it would have been like
Y'all
people
need
that
to
athletes
change
here
this.
would have been able to get noticed a lot more than the Harrison Barnes of the world that got to go to North Carolina and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the rare people out of Iowa that got to go to a big school. That's not it. But most everybody from Iowa State, Iowa, Northern Iowa, or some school
Yeah.
here, wherever it may be. They don't think to go outside. I was getting the fuck back. I'm gone. I ain't trying to be here. That was my goal. I ain't trying to be in school now. Fuck.
I'm trying to move.
I was trying to do that too. Shout out
Longhorn.
to yeah.
I got something.
Spruceton. I was thinking about Spruceton. I was thinking about Dallas, the Fort Worth area, maybe Arlington. You know what I'm saying?
I would say Mansfield.
I was thinking probably too long. He said, this the house he got for what it. Yo,
Yeah, the mountains are beautiful.
as I'm house shopping, because I got, we family, I got people for 300K for a house. And the houses here for that money cannot even come close to what you can get down south in Texas, Georgia, or whatever. Like you can get a fucking estate down south for 300,000. Because I know I haven't bought it yet, but it's just the point that
It's gonna be too much.
I my people don't want to move. You know what I'm saying?
That's just like the topic of the first. So you better make them do that.
My people don't want to move. And like for me, it's easy for me to get up and just go wherever the case may be.
Well, it's not like it's gotta be your own house anyways.
That's what I'm saying.
Start here, go there, then we got somewhere to come back home to when I get rid of you, my mother, you know, this way.
Because I'm about to spend 300,000 on a property, and I be looking at Texas, and I be looking at these estates for like 250. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like not even close to 300, and you getting acreage on top of that. I be like, man, and you know, for me, I'm all about the food too because I've been pissed off. Like we ain't got no Whataburgers, no White Castles, no fucking Jack in the Boxes, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just got the regular basic shit. I'm on my
So disrespectful.
Subscribe to the channel.
So disrespectful.
I mean, shit, can we get a Papa Dough?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Can we get a Benihana's?
I ain't been in none of that.
Right.
You in a Benihana's? You been to Minneapolis, right? It's in the Mall of America. You got I'm saying next time you go.
The best one to go to is off of 394 in Minneapolis. That's the original one.
The original one?
It's off 394.
Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of eating and traveling, me and this brother, we was in Minnesota. Me and this brother had the opportunity to go to the place where the Juicy Lucy originated from. We went to Max. This whole little wall, little joint. When we got there, it was fucking people outside the door waiting. And my experience,
Juicy.
that shit was fire.
Yeah,
The best $8.50 I ever spent on a burger in my life.
I go every time I go back home, I go every time. Like about 2-3 of them.
Max was fire.
Juicy Lucy.
That's yes.
Fire. Fire. Shout out to
Every
them.
time I go home, I make frozen.
What was the name of the Mexican joint we was gonna go to? Hold on, I could pull it up. Yeah, that shit was.
They just making
Is
this
it the
stuff
red
like
taco?
The red tacos. The fried tacos like they make on sticks.
Taquilla y Burrilla, Los, whatever. Look at that, the top one. Say that shit. You know what I'm talking about. That's not that far away from Max where we was at.
Oh yeah, that's right down the
And when me and this brother went to go get some food from there, the line was so long and it took forever. We got pissed and left.
Yep, it's right off of it's in the borderline between Minneapolis and Bloomington.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been there.
One of the homies said, because he asked, like, what's some of the good spots to go get food at? And one of the brothers was like, well, you got to go to South Minneapolis. That's where Max is. That's where the Mexican joint is, and a couple other spots. So we definitely hit that up. And, yeah, Max, you get definitely 2 thumbs up. Shout out to them for having that picture of Barack Obama in that joint, too. You know what I'm saying? I definitely was surprised to see that in that type of establishment.
I've been going there since I've been going there since
How did these get in here?
I have no idea.
89, 90.
But I think we had a good show today. I think it was great content. More of the stories, if you have a threesome, y'all need to talk that shit out, or else, you know what I'm saying, shit gonna happen.
Role play first.
Y'all need brothers with dreads. I feel bad for my brothers, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
We're not forcing you to do a threesome. We're just saying take some consideration on the man's side if that's what he's asked for or whatever, and be open.
That's
But if
unheard
you're not open, don't do it.
Inconsiderate motherfucker.
but and also, y'all need to lower y'all motherfucking standards. We ain't gonna forget on that. Just because we got on the sex shit don't mean I forgot. Y'all motherfuckers crazy. Men and women.
Warm up, mature up, get your morals up, all
Y'all
that good stuff.
get the bag
By
together.
yourself.
Get the
Do it by
bag
yourself.
together.
Who you can say did it for you?
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody.
Get it together.
No.
Stop being dependent on the next brother or the next sister to try to take care. Because men be wanting to try to get women to take care of their ass too. And y'all some freeloading ass brothers, and I don't appreciate that shit neither.
That's how I feel on the woman's side because I be taking after the men most of the time, but I'm woman empowerment, of course, to the right women, the right, culture of the community, like he said, community.
I appreciate Brother Black bringing up my man, like I said, was the trying to get his license. I
That's
appreciate
why we
the
should
Queen
have
of
passed that
Gifts.
damn crap.
You know, you can't see me, hear you.
Oh, she did.
Shout out to the Squad
You
Cast
know what I'm
podcast.
saying?
Saying,
Tap into the Sit Down with the Godmama. Her shit coming up.
coming soon.
Make sure you subscribe to everything we got popping. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. Like I said, I'm kicking ass in Atlanta this weekend on Sunday, so I'll see y'all then. You know what I'm saying? Until then, I think Squadcast, we out, right?
Easy.
Next time.